How's it going, guys? Before we get into today's video, we have a sponsorship. Shout out Max Verstappen and the Netherlands because we have Extra wallets. Extra sent me this wallet. They are a Netherlands-based company, so that's why I said shout out Max Verstappen and the Dutch. I love you guys. Extra is the world's largest small wallet brand, and this is a first for me. It is such a convenient wallet. I mean, look at that. So this thing has a little a mechanism right here. I don't know if you see that. There's a little mechanism right there. You just click the mechanism and all your cards just pop out. That's simple. You could store other stuff in it as well. As you guys know, when I do a sponsorship like this, I work with companies that I really like. Remember the coldest water? I still use that water bottle. That thing's incredible. This wallet, brand new wallet. It replaced my old one. This thing's amazing, and it has a tracker as well. So you put this tracker in the wallet, and you can connect your phone to it. You can track this thing all over the place. If you ever lose it, you got a tracker on it. You have the app for it as well. The link for Extra and these amazing wallets are in the description below. There is a discount code, so use discount code RealRadman. You will get a discount on your purchase. And thank you to Extra for the brand new wallet. I'm telling you, man, I love the Dutch. I love the Netherlands. How's it going, everyone? Hopefully everyone's having a good Tuesday. It's been a little bit of a quiet week, and hopefully this is going to be a quick video. Now, obviously, I do sometimes go on a little, odd, just soliloquies, so it might not be quick, but I'll try to make it quick, okay? Patreon supporters, thank you so much. Here's a shout out at the beginning of the video. You guys are the best. Hopefully I get this camera working. We're using the stream cam, so quality might be a little bit worse. I apologize. Let's get into it. Okay, so I don't know what I've titled this video yet. I'm trying to figure out a way to make sure it's kind of clickbaity, but not clickbait. Listen, it's a tough job, okay? To do YouTube, you want to be honest. But if you're just straight up honest, it's a little bit difficult, so you got headlines. This is journalism 101. You need to get the headlines, right? That's all. Everyone tries to make some sort of clickbaity headlines to get you to click. So I'm not sure what I've titled this video yet, but I promise, if it's too clickbaity, I'm sorry. So we're talking about basically paying to watch NASCAR races, and you might be thinking to yourself, but Malad, we already do that. Yes, technically, with your TV package or whatever's going on, yes, you kind of do already do that. But you don't necessarily pay for NASCAR. You pay for cable, you pay for a sports package, you pay for, the rights to have NBC, CBS, ABC, all that stuff. And then there was this article that came out from J-Ski, which I've not seen articles from J-Ski in a long time. Now, that's the true OG site for NASCAR. They came with an article saying, will NASCAR fans have to pay to watch some races in the next TV deal? Now, remember, the next TV deal does not, well, this one doesn't run through or doesn't end until 2024. So the current deal runs all the way through 2024. So anything I'm talking about now, in a weird way, is not until 2025. So it's probably really early to be talking about this. But the landscape of media is changing. And so I actually wanted to talk about this a little bit because as soon as you read this title where it says, will NASCAR fans have to pay to watch some races in the next TV deal? Again, this headline gets clicks. In a way, it is accurate, just how, whatever I title this video, it's kind of accurate, but people are freaking out a little bit, and I actually wanted to point out what it actually means and why, for some people, it actually probably is a good thing. So in the article, it says that John Miller was asked about the possibility that when the new NASCAR deal is negotiated, some of the races might be on the Peacock subscription service. Miller pointed out that the $4.99 a month fee for the service delivers much more than just a couple of races. They are not paying to see a couple of races. They are buying a subscription to Peacock, which gives you not just the racing, but also gives you an enormous amount of other programming. I believe at last count, Peacock has over 18,000 hours of programming, other entertainment, sports, news. So you pay $4.99 a month for Peacock, and you get all that and all the product. Thus, the possibility that NASCAR fans might have to subscribe to the service to watch a few NASCAR races after 2024 is very real. He said that it may be down the road. We haven't gotten to that yet because our deal is not up for several more years. With them, I would assume and have every reason to think that they will want to be part of the NBC Sports family that are all existing on Peacock. Now, you read that and you're thinking to yourself, I don't like that. And if you don't know what Peacock is NBC's kind of subscription service. They put sports on there, but they also put other shows on demand and movies and stuff. It's kind of a mix of everything. It's not like ESPN. Well, let's say I like to use ESPN Plus as an example because I have a subscription service to ESPN Plus, and ESPN Plus essentially you can watch anything that's on ESPN through there. You also get 30 for 30 documentaries and everything else that goes on as well. So a lot of live events that are not put on TV. If you watch IndyCar, IndyCar does, I think, have basically I think the IndyCar lights have some stuff on Peacock, and then IndyCar themselves put, let's say, like practice or qualifying on Peacock as well. Sorry for the adjusted lighting. I'm still working on this, all right? Still got to get a lot of things coming in. All right, back to what I was saying. So, would NASCAR ever go into a pay-per-view service? Like, actual pay-per-view? Something like, let's say, the UFC does? No, never will happen. Will NASCAR have a majority of races only on a subscription service? No, that will never happen. But is there a way that NASCAR has, let's say, a few races? Let's say 5. 5 out of the whatever that NBC has towards the end of the season that is put on a subscription service. So you can't watch it on NBCSN, you can't watch it on NBC, but instead it's going to be on Peacock. That could happen, but still very unlikely. The most likely scenario out of all this is when practice and qualifying come back permanently, that will most likely be on Peacock. So if you want to watch practice, and if you want to watch qualifying, and if you want to watch, let's say, different shows about NASCAR, weekly shows, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but just for a random example, let's take Dale Jr.'s podcast, right? Let's take NBC comes to Dale Jr. and says, hey, we want to basically purchase this whole podcast, the Dale Jr. download, and televise that on Peacock. I don't know if they already do that. I'm sorry, I don't watch it. I only know if it is already on Peacock. If they already were on TV, that's kind of cool. But because I know Dale Jr. has like the when he goes to like old tracks and stuff, and he kind of like looks around and stuff. I know that's on Peacock. But basically, if you want to take that podcast service, you want to put it on Peacock, you can do that. If you want to take, I don't know, just Chad Canales and Steve Letarte and put a show about 2 crew chiefs talking about NASCAR, a 30-minute show that airs, once a week, you can put that on Peacock. And here's the benefits of that as well, of Peacock. So, as John Miller said here, imagine you want to watch practice and qualifying. I don't think they will put actual NASCAR Cup races on there. Maybe they could put Xfinity and Xfinity races on there. Maybe that's possible, but I don't think they'd ever put Cup races, like actually not on NBCSN or NBC, and hide it behind Peacock. I don't think that's ever happening. It's not. NASCAR is too big for that to happen. There's still, you get at minimum over 1 million viewers every single, like it's just it's too big to put on a subscription service. But for practice and qualifying, let's say you have to pay $4.99 a month, and this is just a personal example here. I watch Premier League. You guys already know I'm a massive Arsenal fan right here, okay? Huge Arsenal fan, got the jerseys up there, all right? A lot of times during the Premier League season, because there are multiple games, NBC only puts the Premier League game usually on NBCSN, which means a lot of the times, I'd say probably 50% of the time, if I want to watch an Arsenal game via NBC, I have to use Peacock. So during the Premier League season, I already pay $5 a month for it. Do I want to? Not really. I only use it for Premier League football. I don't use it for streaming movies or any other programming that Peacock offers. I don't watch WWE. I think WWE is now on Peacock. So if you want to watch WWE pay-per-views, that's on Peacock. I don't do any of that. I just watch Premier League. However, if I watch Premier League and then you move NASCAR practice and qualifying over to Peacock, then technically I'm not paying anything for that because I already was paying for Premier League. Does that, you know how that works? So the more you bundle up into this $5 subscription service, the more value it has, and the more it actually is pretty beneficial to you, because then instead of having to be at home watching on TV or having to use a specific app that makes you use data or something, you can, I don't know, just use Peacock, get live event replays, because a lot of these subscription services do live event replays. So if you missed the event live, you can replay it via Peacock. So let's say, just for example, you missed NASCAR qualifying, okay? And it was at 2 o'clock on a Saturday, but you were busy, and you can only watch it at 8 o'clock on a Saturday. You can go ahead and rewatch the entire event on Peacock. The whole thing. No highlight package, nothing. You could just go watch the whole thing if you want. These are the benefits of Peacock. If I want to go rewatch an Arsenal game, I can go on Peacock that night and I could watch the entire Arsenal game. So there are many benefits to this just $5 a month service. However, if you are only a NASCAR fan and you don't watch IndyCar and you don't watch soccer and you don't care about the programming and you only care about NASCAR, then you would have to ask yourself a question in a few years' time when, and I promise you this will happen, when NASCAR programming or events are put on Peacock, would you want to pay that $5 a month to watch the service? And that's a question that you guys have to deal with. For other people that have more value into that, the more you put into it, you know, if you're an IndyCar fan, you're a soccer fan, and a NASCAR fan, it's a no-brainer that you're going to want to spend that $5 a month to get all the you know, services that you want. And then I'm gonna pivot it into something that NBC should do that's not in this article, and this includes Fox as well. All of this actually includes Fox as well, you know, the TV providers. Fox is, I think, nowhere near you know, developed enough in terms of what they're doing with streaming services as NBC and ESPN. There's one thing that NASCAR doesn't have that is really, really frustrating, and I'm sorry to keep using them as an example, but Formula One does it right, okay? So I'm gonna use them as an example because they do it right. When it comes to technology and media and services and marketing, they do everything right. They are fantastic. Do you see how much they've been milking the Verstappen versus Hamilton incident? They've tweeted that incident at least 30 different ways. It's actually impressive how creative they're getting, honestly. Oh, look at me. Oh, look at you. No. Little star of the show. Oh, you little star.
Still going in it. Pow.
What a superstar, man. Oh my god. All right, well, now he has to be over there. I can't block his view. What was I talking about? I was talking about F1. Okay, this is a question you guys have to ask yourself, and well, actually, no, it's not even a question. It's just stupid that we don't have this yet, because it would make them a lot of money. So I don't know why they don't offer this. Commercial free. Obviously, that's never going to happen with NASCAR. Not in America, at least. We have commercial free with F1 on ESPN, but if you watch F1, usually around the world, whether it be Sky Sports or something, you know, usually, you don't have it commercial free most of the time. F1 has a service. They have a paid subscription where you can watch all the races, get all the cameras, all the radio communication, all commercial free. Pick whatever you want to watch for a specific price. I don't know the exact price, but there's a price to that. Why NASCAR has not done this is very confusing. Now, they did have, back in the day, when they had the deal with DirecTV, they had, what was it, Hot Pass or whatever it was called, where you had 6 drivers that you could listen to all their radio communication. You could listen or get the onboard cameras, and you could do all that. I still think today, if you want, you can still pay for all the radio communication via NASCAR. But what you can't do is you can't find a commercial-free broadcast that also allows you to listen to any driver you want, that also allows you to access all camera angles and camera onboards. The thing about NASCAR is not every driver has a camera onboard like it is on F1. So in F1, every driver on every team has the onboard camera, so you can go watch from anyone's onboard. In NASCAR, they don't do that. Why? I don't really know. It's 2021. Everyone should have an onboard camera. But the big thing here is that commercial free. Would you want to pay for commercial free NASCAR? I would. Now, the price would be negotiable. You know, fans and NASCAR and Fox and NBC would have to kind of determine what kind of price would you want to charge for that. Would it be a monthly fee? Would it be a by race fee? But this would make money. I know so many NASCAR fans that would spend a lot of money per year to watch NASCAR races completely commercial free. How this would work? Well, you have the commentators, obviously. When the commentators go to commercial, on the commercial free broadcast, they're not talking. It would be very similar to the DirecTV Hot Pass, I think, back in the day. They would go on the onboard, there'd be no commentating. It would just be quiet. For some reason, we don't have that option. I can't go right now. If I wanted to watch a NASCAR race, I cannot purchase a commercial free option. I have to stick with the commercials, which means if there's a battle for the lead, nope, not you, not me, nobody. We don't see it unless the TV broadcast shows it. In reality, if you want to pay for it, it could be, $100 a year. I know people that would spend $100 a year to watch commercial free NASCAR races. Whatever that fee that might be, people would pay for it, and that should be an option. Again, it's only an option. You don't have to do it, but it's an option. And this is going to lead into that new era of, what the J-Ski article is talking about. Do you want to pay $4.99 a month to put some NASCAR programming on Peacock? And it's not just practice and qualifying. You get documentaries, you can get movies, you can get, shows about NASCAR. All that can go on Peacock. And then, if you want to watch races commercial free, you have that option as well. But that would be its own subscription. That would be, a lot more expensive and probably run through NASCAR themselves instead of just Fox and NBC. And then, obviously a price of that, or a cut of that money would go to the TV providers as well. I think all this is really important because it's something to think about. How do you want to consume your sport? How much money are you willing to pay to watch how you want to watch it? Right now, we are all forced to watch with commercials and all that nonsense. How much are you willing to pay to watch without commercials? It's definitely possible. It would make everyone money. I mean, supply and demand, it's there. But yeah, I just saw this article today, and I thought it was an interesting topic. And all right, I just wanted to let my thoughts known. And we got the little superstar right here too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's it for me. It ended up being a pretty normal length of video. I'm looking at it right now. It's just 18 minutes recorded. Probably gonna be shorter than that, but I couldn't keep it short. I just keep talking, man. I'm sorry. I just keep talking. I can never keep it short. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. Subscribe if you are new. Comment down below. What do you think? And name a price. If I offered you commercial-free NASCAR with every driver's on board and every driver's radio, and you could do whatever you want, listen to whoever you want, how much are you willing to pay for that? Whether it be per month, per race, or per year. How do you want to do that? I think that option is really needed. And would you pay $5 a month for Peacock if NASCAR related content was put on there? I'm telling you right now, I would, because I watch Premier League as well. So I'm just combining the two. I pay $5 a month anyways. Take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.